Alright guys, Technical here again today, and yesterday we did finally get the reveal of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019 edition of Call of Duty, and on the whole I am pleasantly surprised. I try not to get too excited nowadays, because, well, you always tend to get let down. But this year it's going to be different, as we've said all the other years. So I don't know, hopefully it's good. A lot of things, to be honest, that have come out so far seem pretty good. As you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail, there are some rumours which may be of a more negative type, especially for competitive players. So we'll go through those, of course. Mostly the focus is going to be on competitive, but also I'll cover everything you pretty much need to know about this game so far. So nice little picture here to get you guys in the mood for the video, and we got another one here, and I will say October the 25th is the release date, just might as well put that out there. This is the logo for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. A little bit confusing because Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was the original back in 2007, and then they had Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered in 2016, and now we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but whatever, we'll run with it. People seem to be happy on the whole. So yeah, just to get you in the mood, like if you guys enjoy, subscribe if you are new as always. Also going to be talking about some OpTic stuff towards the latter half of this video, and the league that went down yesterday as well. So first of all, from Charlie Intel, all these links down in the comment section below, not in the comments, in the description, get that right. And also the link to the trailer will be down there if you guys want to watch it, about 1 minute 45. Honestly, pretty damn good. Price is back, very cool. And at the end of the trailer, this lady says to him, like, what's your team going to be? And he says, bringing back some old comrades. So it's kind of what we heard earlier. It's going to be some sort of a soft reboot with the old guys coming back. And it's going to be fun to relive some moments. So firstly here, no season pass. This is what it was rumoured for a little bit. This is kind of the way I thought it would go, because we heard about these rumours of potentially some of the game becoming free to play, and it's still not confirmed whether like multiplayer will be free to play or whether campaign will be or exactly how it's going to go. But it's not going to have a season pass, which does mean that the DLC is going to be free, it seems right now. Activision didn't want to split the player base, which means that yes, free DLC, lovely jubbly, and well, okay, can't really complain about that. So, but you will have to still pay for the base game, which we'll look at in just a couple of minutes here. Crossplay confirmed. This is a massive deal between Xbox One, PS4, and PC. I was worried when this first was announced that it would just put everyone in the same lobby, so that PC players are going to destroy people. But if you have a look at this tweet from Champchong, he says that clarification on crossplay: if you're on console, it'll keep you in console lobbies, just like how Fortnite does it. So if you want to play with a PC player, one of your friends who's on PC, then it will put you in a lobby with also console and PC players. But if you're just hopping on to play console, it'll only put you up against Xbox and PS4 players, which honestly is a fantastic step forward. But it does imply a fair bit for competitive, because if you think about it, if now everything is cross-play, and also apparently there's going to be a bit more focus here on PC more generally, it seems somewhat likely that we may be moving into PC for competitive. Now, whether, I mean, I'm sure they'll keep the controllers as part of it, but yeah, if they are moving to PC for competitive, this does definitely back up that revelation. So moving onwards, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is built on a brand new engine, and this is genuinely a big deal. I watched Exclusive Ace's video talking about it. He could only share campaign details so far, but he did say that this engine is fantastic. So as you may have known, with a lot of complaints have been had about the engine. It's kind of like the base level of code, as far as I understand it, which kind of creates the limits on what you can possibly do in the game. So the engine will create limits on how good the graphics can possibly be, and how good the audio, and some of the issues in the game like shoulder peaking and the way your character behaves and stuff like that, that also can come from the engine. So we're not sure yet how that engine could potentially affect competitive, but there is a couple of things I wanted to mention. So first of all, Exclusive Ace said that the graphics are incredible. I'm not really a graphics guy particularly, but I do appreciate great graphics. And one of the very interesting things he said is that they've actually coded in the speed of sound into the game. So if you've ever done the thing where, well, I don't know, you go into the playground or something and you can hear an echo off this massive wall, effectively, Call of Duty in the past hasn't had anything like that. If you make a noise, maybe you'll get some sort of echo, but it's unlikely, and maybe in some sort of situations they've coded an echo in. But in this game, apparently, you're going to be able to have an echo and determine where walls are by how long it takes the echo to get back to you and how long the reverberation is. So you could close your eyes, fire your gun, and hear how far away the wall is, which obviously might not sound particularly useful for competitive, but if that same thing is going to be transferred into, for example, I don't know, footsteps or something, and the audio is going to be ramped up a notch, that could be very good for competitive overall in giving, sound halls, I guess, a bit of an advantage. So that's something to keep your eyes on. Supposedly it's been in development for 5 years, which we'll look at in a second, which is pretty crazy stuff. Also a co-op mode, looking like a little bit something like a Spec Ops situation going on here. Squad up and play cooperatively, collection of elite operations. And yeah, then we have the following here. So we got 2 campaign missions that are announced. Apparently the campaign has gone crazy, like intense, like children being killed and all this mad stuff. Now, I don't want to go too much in detail. If you want to read the campaign notes, I'll leave the link to this in the description box below if you want to go and read what happens in both of the missions that are able to share with. None of the missions had Captain Price, but I think later in the campaign, obviously Captain Price will play some sort of role, but we don't really know how big as of yet. So if you guys are interested in that, I hope that the campaign missions aren't just intense and violent and shocking for the sake of it. I hope that there actually is a meaning in the plot itself, rather than just being, you know, unnecessarily controversial, I guess you could say, as a lot of companies are doing nowadays. We'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, this is the new engine in development for 5 years now. And also, this is a good bit, Infinity Ward are sharing the engine with the other Call of Duty studios. So they've been grinding out on trying to get this engine. And honestly, this could be an absolute revelation for Call of Duty. If it's taken them 5 years to develop this engine to a point, and exclusive ace, and from what other people have said, it is fantastic. So we will just have to see. People have been complaining about the engine Call of Duty runs on for years, how it's behind other games, and now it might be taking a leap forward. So I'm genuinely optimistic at the current time. So yeah, moving onwards here, we have another thing from Charlie Intel. They refused to announce anything to do with Battle Royale during their visit, so we don't know whether Battle Royale's coming back or anything like that. I doubt it, to be honest, but we will just have to see. So these are the digital editions. So it's still going to be $60 for the standard edition, but all the DLC is going to be free. They're going to make their money on microtransactions. You know how it works. So yeah, custom in-game tactical knife, 1 prestige token, etc. You get the operator edition, so you get some operator packs, which we'll look at in a second here. And then you get the operator enhanced edition. You get all this stuff, some CoD points to spend on cosmetics. And so yeah, it's still going to be, you still pay for the base game, which I think is probably the correct way to do it, to be honest, from Activision's perspective. I think if they make it free to play, basically all their money goes down the drain. So I think they've done an intelligent thing here, and I'm looking forward to free DLC. So also this comes out as well. We did hear a couple of days ago that maybe there would be no exclusivity, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like PS4 is still going to have new content first, which is interesting, of course. It says post-launch content released on PS4 7 days before other platforms. So, I mean, it is what it is. 7 days isn't as bad as a month, but it does mean that the player base is going to be split for PS4 for the first 7 days that DLC comes out, I guess. But it's really not the end of the world, and crossplay is still an option. So this is actually a very big deal. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will feature operators, which, I mean, of course you're going to have different characters in the game. That's how it's been, and how you sell cosmetics and the like. They have no special abilities, but they do have own backstories and cosmetics. So this is good. No special abilities. No special abilities. Keep that in mind. Excellent stuff. So these are the 3 operator packs that they've got right now. Warpig, all giddied up, crew expendable. So, okay, different characters, no special abilities, but do have their own cosmetics, which is a very good sign for competitive, in my opinion. And I'm not surprised. You know, you can't really bring back Modern Warfare and also have specialist abilities for my money. So I'm happy to see that. So we have this from Infinity Ward just to finish off this little saga here before we get into the rumours. We're excited to share our first look into the new reimagined Modern Warfare. We set out to create an all-new experience that takes players on a powerful journey that reflects the battlefield of today. There's more than one side to every story. We look forward to sharing this journey with you starting today. So moving onwards here, Victor Z. This is the guy we've got to keep our eyes on, or Victor Z, as most of you guys would say. So, okay, he revealed back in April that the title would not be Modern Warfare 4, which a lot of people thought it would be at the time. And now he came out yesterday with a few tweets. So let's have a look at these. So this is before the trailer went live, keep in mind. So it'll have cross-platform connectivity, which has now been confirmed. Sales strategy, maybe multiplayer will be free to play. Campaign pays. Okay, maybe possible down the line that they may add something like this. Doesn't seem to be the case for now. Microtransaction system will be tested, similar to Infinite Warfare and World War II, which is, I mean, interesting, because World War II didn't have guns that had better variants, but Infinite Warfare did. So it's very interesting. The real key thing is over here, so you guys can read through this. But yeah, Activision doesn't want to split the CoD player community. Very, very nice. So let's start from the bottom here. No Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Game content, there is a broken limb. When you hit the enemy's head with a sniper rifle, his head will fly out, smiley face. If the campaign has a gameplay, you may see anti-terrorism theme, 3 storylines, 3 protagonists, 2 male and 1 female, interact and intersect at the end. Story revolves around the past and present between the characters. You can see a plot of some movies in the level and reference movie is confidential. Okay, whatever. So this stuff obviously is not confirmed, but this guy, as I said, has had some success seemingly in the past predicting these kind of things. Supposedly a Chinese leaker. These tweets have now since been deleted. So, okay, this is the big one. No pick, which implies either no pick 10 or you don't get to make your class, which is interesting. Not sure exactly how that's going to work. But yeah, no minimap. This is what's really got the community a little bit riled up, because how the hell are we going to survive without a minimap if they decide to go down that route? I can't see why they would. But, I mean, that is the rumour right now. This guy's been right on some other stuff, so I'm sure it has some basis in reality, even if it isn't fully true. I doubt he's just completely making it up. But if there was no minimap, I mean, what would you even do for competitive? Like, you would have to be, like, competitive, like, players would be bad enough. Even the best communication in the world would be incredibly difficult to work anything out. And if you completely had no minimap, how are you going to survive in multiplayer, finding out where the enemy team is coming from? Look, I don't know. It's just a rumour at the current time, but I thought I'd bring it out there, and you guys can maybe leave your thoughts in the comment section below how that game would even work without a minimap. So there's no specialist, there will be skills, apparently a modified version of Last Stand. So this kind of implies no specialists, but there will be skills. So maybe each character will have their own, some sort of specialist ability. And I don't mind skills, as I talked about the other day. As long as they don't have a power weapon, I don't particularly mind the characters having a particular skill that can actually take some skill and add to the fun for the viewers for competitive play. But obviously Last Stand, I don't really want that. Perk has active and passive skills. There may be a reset map. Okay, 100 bloods. Okay, I guess that means 100 health. Automatic blood return, so automatic health regen, potentially back. Weapon has a large recoil, the character moves at normal speed. Weapons can have many accessories, can be equipped with 4 slots. Each slot can only be equipped with fixed type accessories like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, very interesting. You can see the change of the weapon model when you equip the accessories, very nice. About night vision, in the multiplayer, when you wear the night vision device, you will not be able to use the scope and change the aiming mode. You will see the blue-green world, and then something about the co-op mission. So leave your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Very interesting, of course. This may be the best information we have so far on multiplayer, but I'm sure other things will come out in the coming days. So let's move on to some OpTic stuff before we finish out this video here. So Scump says in the chat, OpTic J trying to Thanos us goodnight. And then we have the following from Adam Fitch. Read this from bottom to top. So apparently it's not yet going to be completely sorted out, and Hex may have something to say about it. So no deal has been made yet. Nothing at all has been signed. It was an internal deadline to find a buyer. We now know Immortals is trying to acquire the shares, so the deadline has been met. In that sense, the ordeal will go into June. That's the latest update I can provide at this point. I think it's fair to believe that Immortals will be successful in one form or another, but I'll roll this clip from Hex's vlog where he talks about the potential of good news coming to the fans. So he's still fighting, still trying to get this OpTic Call of Duty team, especially under his own leadership again.
Today's Wednesday the 29th. Still no final no. Still fighting, and I'm hoping to be able to get some good news to you guys very soon. No matter what, I'm gonna give you guys good news.
Okay, so before we finish, let's just leg through the league from last night real quick if you guys wanted to see what the results were. So Elevate took down Enigma 6 in a game 5. It's pretty impressive, winning both Search and Destroys. Once again, Sky's going off in the final map, and get busy, baby. So yeah, Elevate just, I mean, what a team they are right now. I'm not gonna lie. Denial take down Splice. Impressive stuff, winning both hardpoints in a fashion which isn't typical for Denial. Usually they tend to end up losing these close ones. Search and Destroy, fantastic. Bounce went off. They lose the control control, which they did actually win against 100 Thieves, which is pretty impressive, but they win the series 3-1, which is obviously good. If Denial can win map 2, then you're really talking for this team. So impressive stuff from Denial. Splice definitely going to need a change after Anaheim if things don't start shaping up for them. Then we have 100 Thieves taking down Heretics 3-1. Map 1 was crazy close. Map 2, they ended up taking Heretics did in a round 11 fashion, and then map 3 and 4 weren't even close. 100 Thieves really turned up another gear. And then the final series of the day, Envy United. Finally, Envy actually won a close map, 250 to 243. Lost the round 11 in the search though, and I mean an incredibly close series overall. Hook went off on the side of Envy, but it wasn't enough. E United take them down. So yeah, these are the final standings of Division B at the current time. E United and 100 Thieves leading it up at the current time. So very nice indeed. Envy just outside the top 4 for now, and Denial and Elevate still fighting to get back in there. Enigma 6 surprisingly dropping all the way down to the bottom, but yeah, I mean this division is incredibly scary right now, and I feel like even Enigma 6 are due some sort of an upset over one of the upper tier teams. So, well, they've already beaten Heretics, let's put it that way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new as always. Leave your thoughts on this down in the comment section below, as I'm sure you will. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.